Okay, see like what? So first of all, I want to say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. I hope it was a day filled with friends and family and laughter and all things positive, but you know, knowing Christmas, there's gonna be some argument to do with the turkey or the Christmas tree. If you want to see what I did before Christmas break or the first week of Christmas, there's these two vlogs. I know I didn't film anything the week of Christmas and New Year's, but those are kind of more intimate. Me and my family actually went to Milan for 5 days because that's where my dad's working. He came to us for Christmas, and so we went to him for New Year's. I made a kind of like a 1.5 minute montage of that, so here's that video.
Good?
You enjoyed that. I know it wasn't too long, but as I said, I kind of wanted to spend that time with my family, as being at uni, I don't get to see them that often. But in today's video, what I thought we'd talk about is New Year's resolutions. So this is a huge thing over the YouTube community and also kind of in life. It's a new year, so it's kind of time to try new things, to really restart and have those goals and stuff. So that's what I thought I'd talk about. I actually filmed this video while I was in Windsor. But you'd think that I learned from like one of my first videos of it being out of focus. That whole video that I took in Windsor was out of focus. Because you know what I used to do? I used to, right, this was me at the bit before the video. Sit like this, because if I focused it like this, right, if I focused it while my face was still closed, reachable, it'd focus here, and so when it come back, it'd be out of focus. So your girl would sit here like this, get her foot out, and try to click the button and focus it on her face. I thought that had worked when I was in Windsor until I started editing. And then it was out of focus the whole entire video. I could not upload another video of it being unfocused. So I'm re-recording it now that I'm back in Manchester. Whether it inspires you guys or just interests you guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I have kind of like short-term ones and long-term ones and kind of generalized ones. So the 3 general ones that I have, the first one is one that a lot of people have, and I know this one's kind of hard to maintain, but I thought I'd put it on the list, and that is to reorganize and declutter. I kind of put this into 4 different categories, and that's physical, mental, digital, and kind of financial. First one is physical, and that's more of my room space, my workspace, clothes, and those little itty things that just don't have anywhere to belong. With clothes, like if I'm going out, you try on all of your clothes to see what works and what doesn't, and you end up with a pile of clothes. And you don't have time to clean it up, so you just leave, and you leave those pile of clothes. So easy for your room to get messy. I also think I have a lot of clothes that don't fit me anymore, and I took them to uni thinking that I still wear them, or they still fit me, but You know, my body's changing as uni progresses, so I want to go through all of my clothes and see what fits and what doesn't, and what I'm actually gonna wear, because I think especially with clothes, you look at it, you've never worn it in a year, right? And you keep it thinking that you're gonna wear it, but you haven't worn it in a year. So the likelihood of you actually putting that on again is very minimal. I'm not calling you guys out. If anything, I'm calling myself out. So I need to go through my clothes. I'll either sell them or I'll donate them. Mentally, I want to try and meditate more. I do have the app Headspace, and that's really, really good. And I've joined it with Spotify. So I use Headspace usually in the evening, and it helps me a lot, kind of clearing my mind. I want to get back into journaling. I do have a journal, but I think what didn't work last year was that I put a lot of pressure on myself to write in my journal almost every single day, and there are some days where I don't have anything to write, so I kind of lost that habit. But I want to either writing every week. I have that journal for when I'm not feeling my best technically, but I'm gonna start another one more in relation to my health and my fitness. Reorganizing digitally, so that's my phone and my computer. Like, I've had my computer since high school and I haven't cleared it out in a while. There are some high school things that I thought I needed, but I haven't opened them up, and it's just taking up space on my computer. Phone-wise, photos, apps I haven't opened in a long time. Like, a lot of my apps have that little cloud thing with the arrow saying that basically I haven't used that app in a very long time, and it's undownloaded from my phone, but it's still taking up a little bit of space on my phone. So just going through those two I think would be very good. Financially, just staying on top of things. Last year, my first year, I actually did better with saving, and I know this year my saving hasn't been going as well because I've been doing more, and I'm not mad at myself because one of the things that I wanted to do in second year was do more. The second general one is giving myself more self-time, and this kind of intertwined into getting back into art. Art was a huge part of my life in high school, and I kind of lost it all. Photography, that's something that I really enjoy, and that's kind of tied also into that I want to spend more time in nature, seeing nature for what it is. Like, I think sometimes I take it for granted, admiring the nature that I'm surrounded by. But I think all of that is connected to spending less time on social media. And I don't spend a lot of time on social media. I think the main one that gets me is YouTube, where one day we spent I don't know how many hours on the sofa, on the bed, whatever, watching these videos. And I think the time that I spend on YouTube can be used for that photography time, for study time, for actually socializing with my friends rather than on my phone or on my computer. And yeah, so those are kind of my general goals. Now I'm into the kind of the short term, the quick fixes, and the long term, the one that will take like the whole year to actually implement into my life. I'll start with, I don't know why I'm so out of breath. I don't know if I'm talking a lot or what, but so short-term goals. The first one that I wanted to talk about is simply just taking the stairs rather than an elevator, an escalator, or whatever, because although I do take the stairs 75% of the time, those 25% of the time the only reason I'm taking the elevator is either because I don't think I have enough time, I'm just being lazy. Like, if I had leg day the day before and my legs are just a little bit sore, I'd be like, I deserve it, I'll take the elevator today. For class at uni, our practicals and stuff, they're usually on the very top floor, which is the 4th floor, and I'll be like, nah, today I deserve it. Whereas like, it's 4 floors. Yeah, you might be a little tired when you get to the top, but it's good for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little thing that you can add to your life that's really, really good for you. So that's the first thing. The second short-term goal is simply just trying new foods. Mo actually kind of opened me up to this because he's made this dish, this Egyptian dish called mulhia. I didn't know if I was gonna like it, and I tried it and I absolutely loved it. Like, I had like 3 bowls the first time that I tried it. So there's this benefit that comes from trying new foods. I definitely want to broaden my knowledge of foods of different cultures and hopefully increase my spice tolerance, because trust me, if Mo was right here, right now, he would tell you that my spice tolerance is not that good. Like, if 10 was Mo and his spice tolerance is like up here, then mine would be like a solid 4, and I want to be like a 6 or a 7. Now I know that's not aiming too high, but even just like increasing that spice tolerance is. Third short-term thing is volunteering. And the reason why I put this in a short-term goal is because it doesn't really take that much in terms of like, I don't have to be volunteering every single day and get a certain amount of hours or whatever. Like, volunteering can be anything. What brought this up was that last year, me and Jules actually volunteered at a homeless shelter as physio students. We actually talked to the homeless to see how they're feeling, whether they had any aches, any pains or anything, and we actually ended up treating some of them. It felt really, really nice, even just talking to them, seeing how they're doing, how often they've been coming to that specific shelter and so on. And it not only puts into perspective how different everybody's life is, but it was also awesome just putting myself out there. I want to volunteer more this year. Jules and I and a friend actually also went to Birmingham to a physio conference and we volunteered. There was this huge physiotherapy conference. Whether it be like that or whether it be like the homeless shelter, I think it'd be really nice to volunteer more in 2020. If we continue into more long-term goals and things that will take longer, the two things that I think would be super fun is to learn a new language. So I've had the opportunity to learn multiple languages. A lot of them were when I was younger, so I've actually lost kind of all of them except for English and Spanish. But I learned Italian specifically for 2 years. I really, really enjoyed that and I'm so sad that I lost it. I think that'd be super fun. Maybe it won't be Italian. You never know. And broadening my knowledge of cooking. I really like cooking, but I think I'm kind of here when it comes to cooking when I could be here. Now, like, all these chefs are up here, but I know like the basics of spicing a chicken, but I want to be able to make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? I know my garlic, I know my paprika, I know my whatever, but I want to push it further. My mom taught me the other day having grilled salmon with teriyaki sauce and combining that with orange, and it was fucking delicious. I think that really opened my eyes to the world of cooking. Like, I just... And then a personal thing, more to do with YouTube, trying out new styles and trying different types of editing. Because I'm so new to YouTube, I want to try different editing styles and really finding my own style of how I want to be a YouTuber. I suppose also with YouTube, like, it doesn't hurt to grow the channel, you know what I mean? It'd just be awesome to grow the channel in 2020. Still shout out to you guys right now because you guys are supporting me. And then finally, I think this is not necessarily a goal, but something that I want to do throughout 2020, and that's just keeping my personal and my career goals in mind throughout the year. It's really easy and forgetting what you want to achieve in life, so then I can achieve them, because it's so easy to get sidetracked. I know it because I've experienced it both in school and nowadays. Like, it's just super, super easy. It'll just increase the likelihood of actually achieving them. It just feels good when you know you've taken a step towards your bigger goal. Okay guys, that's kind of all of the goals that I have right now for 2020, but keep in mind that throughout the year I'm going to learn new things and new goals might arise. You know, my eye was really itchy. But that's kind of it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe, turn post notifications on, and I'll see you next week.